Welcome to Pokemon of the Week. I'm your host, DeoGenZ, and this week we're going to head back to Generation 1 to witness a Pokemon that would put Mario's mustache to shame. It's Alakazam! And bam, the special mental stash. It's even more special in the 5th gen with Magic Guard, which allows it to not gain any sort of damage from indirect sources. This is including Life Orb recoil, status afflictions, stealth rocks, anything of that nature. So you could even theoretically put on a flame orb onto Alakazam and it would not get burned, but it would, very much like Synchronize does, take whatever status Alakazam has and bounce it back like rubber and stick it on like glue to your opponent so that they have it too. And that's why I showed you the other abilities. Anytime you're raising an Alakazam these days, you want to have it having Magic Guard. That's what puts it in OU. Its defenses, attack, and HP are not phenomenal, but having the ability to not be affected by Life Orb puts it at a safe position of not giving a crap if something is stronger, because it will most likely be knocked out with its tremendous 120 base speed and its massive 135 special attack. And Inner Focus simply prevents flinching. Now, I don't believe Magic Guard will do that, because if you flinch, you flinch. It's not a damage. You get direct damage from, say, Bite, and then the result is flinch sometimes, so that's not going to be guarded by Magic Guard. But for all that it does, it will really save Alakazam a lot of health, that limited health that you have, entering the field no matter what entry hazards are on it. Spikes won't do damage. You could even get hit with toxic spikes, get poisoned, and oh, guess what? Doesn't affect Alakazam. So bam! Magic Guard is one of the best abilities around, and it's what makes Alakazam amazing even still today when we move on into the 6th generation very soon. This poke will still have a lot of play value in metagame, and that's why I wanted to bring it on. It has 3 weaknesses, but you can take care of 2 of them, rather 1 of them, with Hidden Power Fire. Now, it's up to you if you want to do another Hidden Power type move. I don't believe there is one Hidden Power that would take out more than 1 at a time super effectively. You'll have Focus Blast to fight off any dark types, so no fears of walling there. However, do be mindful of the 70 accuracy that is affiliated with the 120 powerful special Focus Blast. It's a risk sometimes, but most often pays. And if you can pull it off, it kinda will be like a standoff in the old Western movie. Which poke will get their move off first? Well, Alakazam, the more speedy maxed out EVs of 252 for speed and special attack maxed out, hit with Focus Blast of a force that can't be reckoned with by your foe? Or will your foe's dark type, slightly slower but still quite strong enough to one-hit KO Alakazam, take it down? And that's why you want to have Focus Sash sometimes. Quite tantalizing to attach a life for this set, especially with Magic Guard preventing any recoil, but with Alakazam's maxed out special attack effort value wise, I think you're covered in power. I could see you wanting the extra boost, but it's good to have the backup plan of Focus Sash, just in case Focus Blast doesn't work out. Signal Beam is also good for taking out dark types, and it takes down the grass as well. Psychic can overwhelm ghosts, so no worries there. And if you want to make this special sweeper have a physical twist, you can have Psyshock instead of Psychic, which, although gets powered by special attack effort values, strikes your opponent's offensive defense. Well, you know, physical defense. When I say offensive defense, it's the most confusing and oxymoronic thing ever, but what I mean to say is physical defense. So it's a good way to take out physical walls, make them crumble with Psyshock. Substitute is an interesting option, especially since you don't have that much HP. But if you predict you'll have a free setup move somehow, then maybe you want to have Substitute to launch Focus Blast from. But it's not a very sustainable situation if you give your foe time to switch out to the proper poke that can take it out. Hopefully you'll have the right super effective hitting capabilities to knock out anything in your way. Maybe you want for the water walls an energy ball, and that's an additional move you can consider too. Other than that, the move pool for Alakazam didn't really yield that many other special sweeping moves, and to make this set do anything else other than special sweep, as awesome as it is with its stats, would be a crime of the metagame. And since I'm also out of town back east, I didn't have time to read your viewer suggestions. So if you did send them in, despite my warning last week, I'm sorry. I did not get to see them and add them in. But I will tell you, next episode you will greatly enjoy. And unfortunately, again, I will still be out of town, so I cannot take input. But still, it has a similar taste to Alakazam, but a whole different type setup. So stay tuned, and the best way to do that is subscribe to Planet Poke. If you want to check out what I'm doing, head on over to youtube.com/DeoGenZ to see my LPs, gaming reviews, and other opinion videos. Peace.